Yeah, so we're gonna go, nope, we're under home value alert. And go to the dashboard.
Oh, back to the back.
So
I was on home value.
right, but you want to click on the dashboard because that's
okay.
that's a heading, and then you have subheadings.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. That's the whole point of the class, so we get used to it. Because once you get used to it, it's okay.
So first do dashboard, then do go down to
no. So
I couldn't get down. I had to kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm doing this is there's two dashboards. That's the confusing part of this program.
Yeah.
And what's confusing too is, you go to one spot to import, so it's a little confusing. But again, the whole point of this is understand this, but really Follow Boss is going to manage all this. So for the most part, yeah, you only have to go in here to troubleshoot or maybe to, for other purposes. So under home value alerts, you have under this dashboard, of course, you have obviously over here, you have recent activity, all that good stuff. Sorry. Let's go back down to home value alert. Okay. Dashboard. So in the dashboard, when it comes up, you go down a little bit underneath where it shows the stats. You're going to see create new alert, import list, invite clients, capture leads. Click on capture leads. So under dashboard home value alerts and the dashboard, the first top, it's going to give you some stats. Okay, scroll down just underneath that, like maybe a quarter of the screen.
And we're going to create new alert.
No, what we're going to do is there's a button that says capture leads.
Okay.
Click on that.
Okay.
So what this is what's my home value landing page.
Okay.
So this link right here, you could use a multitude of different ways. One way is I can take this link that takes them right to this page where they can sign up and get a home value. I can add this on my email signature. I can create a QR code that goes to this and put it on every flyer on the back of my open house flyers, maybe. Because maybe on the front it goes to the property website, maybe in the back I have something talking about what I do as an agent, as a listing agent, and they can scan here to get a home value. I've used that for many, many years, and I have about maybe there's 3,000 prospects in the system, but there's about 300 that are active that have come from either me inviting them to use it, either postcards, online marketing. So this does a very good job of getting sellers into your system. Now it's up to you to convert them, and it's a waiting game. I have some that I've been incubating for 3 years, but at some point they may buy. But I can tell you, this is a system that people will continue to use ongoing, mainly because it doesn't have advertising. It does not salesy. Your picture's not all over. It's just one picture. This is who I am. I'm giving you information. So
okay, so you click on the copy link to clipboard.
Correct.
And that's what I should do, right?
I would do that because so clipboard just means I've copied and pasted something. So that means I can paste it. Uh-oh, he's got Christie's on there.
Crush.
All right. Good man. Good man. So this link, you can include, like I said, QR codes. You could link up social media.
Mm-hmm. We just email it to ourselves and then we can use it for everything.
Absolutely. So you knew exactly where I was going with that. That's why that's why you're sitting on that side.
So you copy the link. So I click. Did you click it?
Click. Yeah. Click copy. And then open up an email to yourself.
You actually just click link copy.
Yeah. If you click the button, it'll automatically, like the same as Control-C.
Yeah.
And then you can paste it. You can put it in an email or wherever you want to.
Or I can just do this thing right here too, right?
Well, yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you click on it, it'll take you. You can see what your page looks like.
Oh, I didn't click on it.
If I develop a QR code for it,
yeah,
and put it on a flyer,
email it to yourself.
It will take anyone who logs in to their own home, or they have to put in some information.
Okay, so if you click on it, it'll show you.
I clicked it.
Let me swap the screen for you guys.
Oh, here.
See, you got it.
Yeah. Did you put an address in? I put
And
my
then
address. Oh, okay.
So when you click on the link, it should look like this. So what happens here is the end user puts in their address, and there you go.
And then it will come.
So correct. So they put in the address and then they sign up for an account. Now you have their information. That's the difference of just sending them to a link on your website and hope that they click on it. Because what happens is if they go to your website to get it, there's no what's the purpose of them needing you anymore? You just gave them a value. But if you give them access to a system that will tell them monthly how their value has changed and what the market will do, or fair, it's a different proposition.
So are we supposed to put that in all of our contexts on so is that part of the nurturing, or is that what is this part of?
Okay. Okay, you're going way ahead of us, but you're okay. So
Okay.
Good question. So what this is one tool that you could use for lead generation.
Okay.
And really that's
To put on flyers or to, not necessarily.
No, it could. So if you were going to convert it to a QR code, you could put it on a flyer. You could have signs in the house with a QR code that says scan here to get home value, scan here to get home value alert, scan here to use my RealScout tool. So you're really kind of using this product as like a carrot.
Okay.
Go look. And it does have a couple other nuances that I think are important. One of the things that RealScout will show is coming soon properties, where you're not going to get that on Zillow. You're not going to get that elsewhere. The other thing is there's no advertisement. Zillow, it's add, because they're about making money, of course. Well, you as an agent offer them the ability to search like you, to get market information like you, and because you're providing it, you are the value-added proposition.
So if I click that, are the people that I have listed on here going to get that?
If you send it to them.
I have to still send it to them.
Yes, because
Okay.
RealScout, there's automation to it, but you have to get them into the system. So this particular link is one way to get them into your system. The other way is you can go in, which I will show you right now, is you can invite them.
Get them into your system.
Because that link was what came up on the page. It said, put in your address to get a home value.
Right.
Yeah.
They put their address in, and then they have to sign up for an account. So they put in their information. Once they do that, they're now a prospect in your system.
Okay, so let's say I want to send this to my sister. She's not in my RealScout.
It doesn't need to be.
I just send her an email with this link,
Mhm.
and when she clicks on it, she will go into my RealScout as a.
Correct, because the link is going only to your individual RealScout, not into the whole system.
Yeah.
So when you're inviting someone from your RealScout, this link is only to your system.
And what if Kathy and I send it to the same person?
Joe Becker.
Well, whoever signs up first, like if she signs up with you,
Oh my God, Kathy, you're gonna be on it tonight.
or, yeah. So that's a good question. Nobody's ever asked that.
Hit your value. You wouldn't, this email never went.
What's that?
Where's the email that this thing you're sending, it says? You didn't send it to me.
What are you saying?
It says send to Joe Becker.
So that value alert is more for the QR code or to
That-
put on flyers, and that's how we get new clients into our RealScout, right?
That's one way, yes.
Yeah. Okay. But it's not like you have to add that QR code or whatever to all of your content.
Oh, no. What we're going through is because we're going through this program, but we all have different needs and wants. So I'm kind of going down the list. So there are things we're going to come across that have a lot more purpose to them.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's interesting.
okay, so this link is if you want to have people into the program, that link is your way of getting them in. So the link is either you. Okay.
Then you send an email.
Well, then you would
out.
send an email blast and telling them about you have this great system of RealScout, and it will offer them home values, market data, and the ability to search properties that eventually, but we're running out of time, so maybe not today, but no, that might be a good class where we just focus on lead generation
I
as
do
a
like
whole.
that, though. I just
And then at that point, we can
remember
talk
when I
about
had that.
this and that in more depth, because I think that would be a good workshop.
You could probably add it to your signature, right?
Yeah, I think
On
so.
Well, yeah,
emails if you wanted
that,
to.
that was my run. I just kind
So
of went
what's
through
my
real quick.
home worth and then show
Yeah,
the
so-
link, I guess.
So underneath your signature, just have, get your home value right here, and
Yeah.
then you just have the link right there.
Yeah.
Another thing is if you do any type of like SMS blasting, you could do an SMS blast out to them, go, hey, this is a great tool that I offer for free to my clients, take a look.
Everything on KV Core I have set up with emails going out to
Mhm.
people at different times.
Yeah.
And that's all gone. Because we don't have KV Core.
Right, but for
But
follow-up
follow-up
DOS
bots,
does
yeah.
everything KV Core can do and more.
We'll go and I have to set it up.
Yeah, but that would have been something that, you would have want to have done about a month ago. So, yeah, I know that wasn't the answer you wanted. So you can still take that list. You're just going to have to kind of regroup everybody. Because the cutoff for KV Core was yesterday.
I have the list.
Okay.
Got it saved.
So as long as you got that list saved, we can recreate what you had set up at KV Core. And anybody can. So don't fret. If you pull out the whole database with everything in there, there should be a way to restructure it from that database. Because all those fields are marked. Where the technical issue is mapping them because they're so different. But you're actually okay. If you've exported that list okay, then you just need a little bit of help or the
So
organization.
you can do past clients, you can do
Yeah,
farm, you can do.
correct. Yeah,
SOI.
yeah. And even going back, I don't know if remember contactually with the buckets, but it's kind of the same deal. So they will do the same thing.
Well, I have like 4,000. But it's with, my farm, my team farm,
Mhm.
Roxana's farm. So there's a lot.
Right.
But I have them in mine, I have the emails going out. I
Okay.
haven't gotten with them yet to say, because it's all on my team.
Right. Well, if you can document exactly what you had going out, whether it's just screenshots or whatever, then do that. And whatever you have from that in your database, we can recreate. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Probably need help.
Okay.
Because I can't even get it to come on RealScout. I've got that whole saved file
Mhm.
and it comes up on my screen, but I don't know what to do.
Got it. Well, yeah, I think we could sit down and figure out what's needed, but you're still going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't fret. And then also too, marketing did confirm there will have the hashtags working again,
Okay.
like the wire OC market reports. So they've been working really diligently on things like that. So,
And the court.
all right. So we were talking about different ways of using this. So sending that link out, however it is, getting them into the system. Another way of getting leads into the system is you can go either take a database from something else, maybe it's HomeBot, or maybe you did some sort of campaign years ago where you built up, separate lists. You could take that list, or maybe you want to go into maybe a new farm. So, you're going to do an open house, maybe 4 or 5 open houses. You're going to be there a month. You meet with Jared and you go and you get the farm, and then you buy the email lists. Then you go import cold list into RealScout and see what sticks. So what will happen is all these people will get invited to RealScout. And
And the open house. That's what.
well, don't get confused with the open house. I was just finding like a viable reason why you would be in a neighborhood for more than, one open house. Because I think it would be a waste if you're just doing an open house and you do all this work. But if you're going to be there, let's say 4 weeks, think about this. Your signs are up 2 days out of the week. And you're door knocking in the neighborhood. And at the same time, this neighborhood is getting invited to your RealScout to get their home value. How more familiar would you be with those people, even if they just saw your email once and you knocked on their door? You know how much those names will cost on a 500-person farm? Like $14. So for $14, about an hour of your time, you can meet with Jared, get a list, download it, put them in here, and have prospects working in here. And then when you go to meet them, whether at the open house or you go door knocking, they're going to be familiar with you because they saw your face, they saw your name. I've been doing this off and on for 3 years, and my database is 2,600 people with active alerts. And I do anywhere from 4 to 5 CMAs a month and try to meet with these people. So you got nothing going on. This is a great tool for that purpose, because I think ultimately in this day and age, no matter whether you're buyer's agent or not, you're going after listings because that's where the money is, that's where the power is. So this is I think a fantastic tool for that. And I think I've done one transaction based from using this, and it took some years.
Well, how do you convince somebody?
Good stuff, Eric.
to RealScout
You don't have
instead
to.
of Zillow?
You don't.
It's just an addition.
It's just an addition. So the way that I've seen it be successfully sold, myself and other agents, is, and I think marketing even has a template for the tool. RealScout does all these great things. There's no ads. You get access to, coming soon properties, no obligation. I'm giving you this. So that in itself, and then the process of them clicking and actually, putting their name in, I think that the tool does a very good job.
Where did you say you get that?
So I work with Jared for title, but any title rep can help you go and find, you pick out your farm, and then based on those addresses, you can buy email addresses and phone numbers for those neighborhoods. So that's what I'm saying. You get those, put them into this system, and even if you don't, they're dead cold leads, but you'll get a handful of people that will participate in this. And it's far easier to sell to get them into something like this versus getting them to register your website.
Yeah.
Because again, by registering your website, what do they get? This is a tool that gives them access to all this information.
And it will give them an updated one every month.
Right. And not only that, it alerts you. And if you have this connected with Follow Up Boss, it alerts you that so-and-so went and looked at their value today. So-and-so looked at their value 6 times today. So to me, if I look at that, I'm like, they're really interested. Something's up. I need to go see them.
So
if they do the home value, it'll automatically give them a new one every month.
Correct.
Can they set up how often they want to get it? Or is it monthly?
It's monthly. You can set it. I wouldn't recommend it doing more than once a month.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just curious.
Yeah, you can set it.
Every other month or something.
But where this program
I'd rather
is really valuable is, let's just say we have that cold lead that we put in the system. We don't know them. We haven't met them yet. Well, what will happen is, come a week after they get their home value, it'll say, hey, did you know your neighbor sold their house for 2.2 million? You want to take a look at it?
Oh, it automatically does.
Right. So it invites, it gives them, hey, would you like to do this? And if they participate, and then it may ask them, hey, do you want to create a custom search? The cool thing about this is it monitors all that and it will tell you, so-and-so set up a search and he's looking for property in the Palisades now. So again, if you are just looking at the dashboard either in Follow Up Boss or coming in here and do it, you can visually see everything that's going on with these people, what they're looking at. So you know where their interest level is. And I think that's very powerful in itself.
If you're not using Follow Up, you just have to go into this every day
You get.
Correct.
to see your notifications.
Correct. You also do get email
You get
notifications.
emails
So you'll get
from
it.
RealScout.
If they'll say so-and-so's looked at their thing, so-and-so, and then they're, like I mentioned earlier, when they're getting their home value reports, there's an area where there's a button. It'll click. They can click on to get. I want a home evaluation. So then you're notified that via email, the system, whatever, everything you have connected, and I'll let you know. And again, that's pretty much a green light for they want to sit down and look at a home value. So create a CMA and go see them.
So if I go down to my,
Tracy, that's a good question. It's all based on title information. So it's going to be accurate, probably newer construction, but custom homes, you're going to run into a lot of issues heavily. So again, the purpose of this AVM, like with any of them, it's really just a carrot to get the client excited, because it's not going to be accurate, because everybody knows we and the appraisers are going to be more accurate than any type of tech. So this tech is a gimmick to pull sellers in. So just know that and be ready to have conversations around, why is my value so low or why is my value so high? That's our job, to know our markets. So very good question. But accuracy, it depends. And you're going to see more of a variance than when you're dealing with a neighborhood that's, semi-custom or everybody's upgraded, because, there's some neighborhoods that were $1 million neighborhoods 10 years ago, and now they're close to 3 because everybody built out and expanded.
Yeah, and who knows
So
what the
Eric,
condition
does it
and everything
just
else.
like a
Right.
Radius around
I've
the
never
property, then it
liked
just
them,
blots
But
everything.
as long as I say, I think it's my part of my email. To most of my people, they're going to be older houses, or
Mm.
maybe they did a lot, maybe they haven't. You know, you don't know that till you get in them.
Right. Just kidding.
So Eric,
Tracy, you had a question. I didn't hear you.
so how is it generated? Does it like take a 1 mile radius and plots it? Because like in Irvine, you have the condos next to the $1 million, next to the 3 million. So that's what I'm trying
So
to figure out.
that's a good question. I'm not privy to how the algorithm works. That would be a question for RealScout that you can call. I mean, you can email them directly. They usually respond within 24 hours. And that would be support@realscout.com. And RealScout uses two different systems to determine what the value is. I think one is Atom, which is based on title information. And the second one, of course, is our favorite Zillow. So again, you know, these AVMs are really a talking point for potential sellers. And the accuracy, sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. You just have to be prepared to
Yeah.
talk around the issue no matter which way it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to finish up in this module here, we look at the link. There's also right here an invite clients button. So
Wait a minute.
Where's that at?
so this is under, again, home value alerts,
Oh,
dashboard. We're in the same spot. We haven't left there yet.
So it's invite clients. Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So if you click on that,
Yeah.
you would ask, well, what if the clients want to set up their own? The nice thing about RealScout is there's two different invites. There's an invite where you've set up their search for them and they just put their email and go. There's also where it just gets a link and invites them to create an account, and then they can do on their own. So depending on how your client is, if you have someone very pushy that wants to do everything, let them do it themselves. But if you have someone that, you know, wants you to be more hands-on, then go ahead and create their search for them. They can always do it themselves. So this program gives you the flexibility to go either
so
way.
I missed where you went. So
So-
we were in, I'm sorry.
It's
we were
okay.
from
It's
Market activity or home value.
home value
alerts.
alerts,
And then what did you click? further?
dashboard,
Oh, dashboard.
and then in the dashboard,
Oh, I see.
there's a button that says invite clients.
Got it.
Your
Are you back in your-
prerequisite should have been fool around with Girl Scout and then come to the meeting. No.
I think that's a
Then I'll send too much, like, you know,
So when you.
homework, right?
Takes you to add contacts.
And then
I
scroll down.
clicked on it and it took me to
Before you were looking at
a place that it says,
capture the
like
series.
you want to integrate with the flow.
uh,
Oh, really? Lucky you.
yeah, I think you're,
Well,
I don't know.
I just clicked invite and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right. Because they moved everything in here, but we were going over the
Okay.
next tab.
Okay. I
So-
have never invited them before.
It's
as
okay.
far as
It's
I
all
know.
right. All right.
So
So-
which tab did you move to?
So-
Previously invited.
Yeah, so there's 3 tabs here. Invite client, there's nothing to do there. Previously invited clients. If you have anything in there, that means at some point you invited someone in the past. And we've had RealScout at First Team for
Yeah.
about 10 years.
I don't remember knowing I ever did it, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay because a lot of us are going back in here and we're
Yeah.
like, I don't
It's like
remember doing
invited
this.
people, Yeah.
So if
And
that's
I don't think anybody-
clients to Real Scout.
correct.
So I've had some that I've recently and it says I have nothing.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. You may not have invited them from RealScout.
You know what? I
I
came
did.
up because I sent myself the whole value.
Okay. If you don't have anything
I
in there,
just added someone yesterday.
okay. Well, we'll take a look at and see what's going on. The last tab is for preview invite email. This is what goes out. So when you invite someone to your RealScout, this is the email. Yep.
And it will put their first name in itself.
It'll only put my name and picture. Sorry, guys. That's what we agreed to. No, it's going to be personalized to you. If you don't see your picture or your name in there, then you're not logged in as your account. You change it to 714-269-4034. I'll show you how to do that. So take a look at this. If everything looks right, then you're good. If you need to change any of this information, I will show you where you can go in and change.
But it will go, we will put the client's name, whatever you have as the contact.
Right. So see how it says, anytime you see something that has like a weird looking thing on the
Oh, yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the code. So on this email, it says hi, and then there's like a parenthesis that says client
Yeah.
first name. So that will put in what you have the client's name as in. So if they're, is Jim Smith, then you're good. But if you have it as Jim Smith, that guy on Do It Our Lane, then you might want to change his first and last name. Yeah.
It
So-
actually
so-
just says-
And the reason I bring that up is a lot of us have pulled stuff off of our phones, and I know I'm guilty of it. I'll put,
So you remember
Mr.
who
Smith,
they are.
buyer, Briar Road. And then you import them and you're like, oh, well, probably don't want to send him an email of so-and-so on Briar Road. I should probably
Yeah.
change his name. So take a look at your contacts before you set up
Trying
any
to do
mailings.
that better, actually, because I've seen that.
But I just wanted to see how clean and simple this is. That's why this
does look pretty
works.
simple,
That's why
yeah.
this works.
I didn't get the client.
So by giving them either that link, either sending it to them, or they click on it through social media, or they scan it, they'll get something like this. So this particular one is
Now,
if
I
you're
don't think
inviting
anybody's
them
using it, then it wasn't that many of them
specifically
out.
from the system to join this. So this is only if you're
I think
in
that's
here
mine, March 5 or 6.
and you
but-
decide you have some contacts in here and you want to invite them into the system, but they're already in the system.
But they're in the system, but maybe they don't, maybe they want to know what their house is worth.
Exactly.
So how do you do that from their contact information?
You don't. What you do is what we did when we first started.
Okay,
You just give them that link. Whether you email it to them, you send it to SMS, you share it on social media.
so if I have 1,000 people in here,
Mhm.
do I want to go, what do I want to do to each of those people so that,
Good question. No, a very good question. So if you have people, the question is, if I have people in RealScout already,
Mhm.
how do I get them to want a home value
engage or
alert?
whatever? Yeah.
So what you would do is you'd go to home value, back to our dashboard, home value alerts that we've been hanging out at.
I have a hard time going down. It just seems like it just doesn't like to do it.
What if you use the arrows? Because sometimes when you don't have
Okay.
the
Oh,
resolution,
thank you.
yeah,
Thank
it's,
you.
it's,
Yeah.
it can be annoying.
So home value alerts and then go to what? I'm sorry. Create new alert?
No,
Dashboard, you said, right?
correct.
Settings.
I just fixed my phone.
See,
Well,
you're,
good.
you're ahead of the game.
A quick question, Eric.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
This is Monica. Hi, thank you. I've been using different lead follow-up systems, so I'm kind of new to this. So if I want to watch some kind of video to set up this account, RealScout account, is there any video that's been recorded that I can watch and set this up? Because I haven't set this up, the account. Do you
You
have a
mean-
recommendation?
Do you mean the connection to RealScout, or you've just never set up a RealScout account?
I never set up the RealScout account.
Okay. Yeah, can you shoot me an email when you get a chance, and I'll send you the link to all the videos on RealScout that talk about the setup and getting that square away. That way you can get caught up.
Oh, that would be so great. Do I have your email address somewhere?
Yeah, it's just going to be Eric Duncan at firstteam.com.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you got it, Monica. Okay. Let's see. We got about,
You said home value alerts and then you were going to tell us what's next.
yeah. So under home value alerts, you have these contacts right here, right? Underneath. So
Where are you, dashboard?
I'm still on dashboard. The dashboard's several pages, so that's why we're getting lost.
Oh, we're back at the dashboard. I
We
thought
know- Nope, we never left the dashboard.
So to the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
We're just bouncing around. We've been bouncing around the dashboard for about half an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
All of the stuff is just one module. So,
Okay.
um,
And the dashboard and home value alerts.
Correct. so see this at the kind of at the top, it says automate alert creation. So you asked me, well, how do we get people automatically into alerts? So there's a couple different ways. We do get RealScout Pro for free, which saves us, 40 something bucks a month.
Mhm.
However, you get 100 nurture accounts, which means you can nurture 100 people with it doesn't cost you anything. I have 2,000. So I pay for every 500, you pay an extra $5 a month.
Okay. Now, so explain what it means by the nurture. Because
Getting there.
okay, sorry.
No. It's nice that you guys are quick. That means you've listened over time and you guys
I've
get
seen
it.
the nurture and wondered
Yeah.
what exactly I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
If I have 4,000 clients, I
Mhm.
get the first 100 nurtures
Correct.
on the free.
Correct. Now keep in mind, You don't have to nurture, but the nurture program is what sends them out the monthly reports. You do. So for me to spend $40 a month to reach out to 2,000 people, I think it's worth it. So I pay it.
Whether they open it and interact with you or not, you will be paying for it.
Yes, but you also need to be mindful that you need to look at the system and see who's actually looking at it, because every month
Yeah.
I go through and I
If
take
you have
out
that
400 or
many.
500 because 400 or 500 haven't responded in 2 months.
Yeah.
So as long
Yeah.
as you're doing that, you can keep your costs down, and then whatever 200 I remove, I'll probably add another group.
Yeah.
So you said that the first 100 is free?
Correct. But then every 500 on top of that is an extra $5 a month,
Can
which
you
is,
pick and choose your 100?
you can 100%. So this,
All of mine.
yeah, so this program's kind of neat for realtors for a lot of ways, but what I like it is you can throw money at it and not pay attention to it, and it'll still incubate and generate. It's just, if you want to be mindful of what your spend is, I would go into it every month and look at it and see, if these people haven't responded in 3 months, chances are they're probably not going to. So, I'll nurture them. I'll leave them in the system, because what's brilliant about the system is if they get taken out and they click on your link that you sent them 3 months ago or 3 years ago, they'll go right back in.
Okay.
So, if people are annoyed, like
Mhm.
I am very easily annoyed
Mhm.
when people send me emails.
Yeah.
Anytime, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Mhm.
So if I get a client who feels like I do, can they easily just opt out and never get an email?
Yeah. They just click unsubscribe. And I've had people,
They alert you, because that's what KB Core did.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
we're not sending this guy.
yeah,
So if they do unsubscribe,
Mhm.
do they actually automatically come off my 100 list or no?
no, they stay on the list as unsubscribed, so they no longer get, and
So you know them.
I won't be charged by it anymore, or I will be charged.
No, you won't.
you won't, because they've unsubscribed, so they're no longer being nurtured, but you still have to go in and see if you're nurturing 1,000 people that aren't doing anything, then you have to,
No, they charge because they
They're
unsubscribe.
unsubscribed.
yeah, they unsubscribe, so it comes off.
But at least you still know, they're unsubscribed. You know you did it
Right.
before. That would be my thing.
And
Like,
again-
oh, I already did this once.
And I did a lot of, put very cold leads that you're not supposed to put on the system. And I would just get email, hey, I don't want to be on this. And I go, I'll respond to them. I remove you from the system, and I'll click on unsubscribe in that same email, and I'm done. But most people will just unsubscribe on their own. So I'll do a mass email, and then I'll see, like 5 people unsubscribed, and I'm like, oh, my feelings are hurt. No, it's just, that they don't want it. So then they're out of the mix. However, if they come back in, then they have the opportunity to come back in.
How would they come back in?
Be-
If you invite them?
If, let's just say, that original email that they had, they click on it again, or the old flyer, they scan it. And it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. But it's,
Yeah.
the smarter systems will recognize that. And instead of you being in a situation where this person's yelled at you for sending them stuff, it will alert you that so-and-so has come back on. But I wouldn't. Yeah, with email, it's not such a big deal. It's the texting that you have to worry about, because if you violate that do not call list, it's a very expensive fine.
Oh, by text?
Yes. Yeah, be careful. All right.
Yeah.
Emails is easier, huh?
Correct. So we're getting towards the end of time here. You guys that are on remotely, is there anything you want me to reiterate or go over that we missed?
No, asking that.
Well,
So you were going to tell us what.
I'm going to hang out here a little earlier. That way the people that come to the office can get some questions answered.
Yes, I'd rather come in.
Yeah. So if you guys have some time, I'll hang out a little afterwards and we go through
So
that
you were
together.
going to do us a quick on what we do with a client.
Yeah, you were going to do that.
Yeah. So what I wanted to show you is this is all this dashboard. This is all home value alerts.
Yes.
But if you want to get, let's say you have a buyer or you're doing an open house, you have a nice little flyer that talks about, well, I have RealScout for my buyers. That way the whole process is easier. You go up to the first dashboard, which on the left-hand side, there's the first dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
The first outcome.
Yeah. And this is
That's the outcome over there.
correct. This dashboard is really for your buyers.
I am all the way.
So there's a couple of things here. If you click engage clients with email alerts, if you click that, this is where you can go in. You met this person at open house. You really like them. You're going to put them in RealScout for them. So this is where you put in their information, and then you determine, are they a buyer, seller, beller, or other? you can put in a source. You can say open house 123 Main Street, phone number, and then tags. Tags are like hashtags, or so you could say open house, this address, this
Okay.
farm, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
And then what will happen is it'll create the client in here, and then they'll get an email, much like the one I showed you, that so-and-so agent has provided you access to RealScout. Click here.
It was
So as a
engaged clients
tag-
with email alerts, right? I'm sorry.
It's a
Correct.
tag, you could put Culver Open House
Absolutely.
and then.
That's a
buy
good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
It's like-
That way you know where
I
it's
know
sourced
where I
from.
got them from. Yeah.
Because that'll help you down the road later. Like, who is this? Oh, is that one open house I
I
did
know.
over
I try
here?
to put notes into their names, but this will be easier.
Yeah, if you do it here, at least that will trigger the memory. Go, oh yeah, I remember that one. Or you also have a choice here. If you have, we talked about, I already have a client in here, and they were a seller. Well, now they want to buy, so I can come into this
Mhm.
section here, find my client, and then select it, and then they'll automatically get engaged. So
I go down to this, select.
correct. And then that'll give you the ability to select a current client and
Yeah.
add
And add them on as a buyer
yeah,
now or
and the
whatever.
email
Yeah.
alert is going to be property coming to market usually.
What's the difference between that engage with clients and up here add a contact?
They're different. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, so it's-
but to answer your question, it's the same thing, only you're adding a alert at the same time.
Got
So this is kind of like a combo where that is just, I'm going to just add
Oh,
the
so that
contact.
is the way to go then.
They're exactly the same actually. So
Well,
it,
exactly, but
it,
to put the tag in, right though?
it's exactly the same link. So whether
Okay.
you click there or there, the
Okay.
result is
So
the
it's
same.
the same. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I never noticed that before, but yeah, they're exactly the same.
'Cause that's, I think, up there is where I've added them.
Yeah. If you
If
do
I
it that
didn't know
way,
what these-
you're,
That's what I've
you're
always done
totally
too.
fine. And I think most people would do that because that's the one you see
Well, you
first.
see it, yeah.
The
But
second,
this is bigger actually, so.
so this other second section is buyer demand. So you can put in,
Where's that?
so right next to engage
Engage.
clients, it says enhanced listing
Oh,
presentation.
okay.
So you can put an address. There's also, again, not to confuse you, but there's another section where you can do this. It's called market activity alert. So what you do with this is you put the address in and you pretty much set a target price. So let's just say 123 Main Street is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. I think it's $1.5 million, right? You put in the target price. What this will do is it will, let's just do one.
This is for the listing presentation, when we're putting in the listing address, is that right?
No,
Okay, that's okay.
this is to create this report called Test the Market. And you've seen it with other things. So the purpose of this is you have someone that doesn't know what their house is worth or what they think it is.
Yeah,
This will go in, and we have a very similar report on the first team. This will say, okay, buyer, at this price point in the system, we have 600 buyers at 1,360. I have,
so this is for the buyer, so they know about what their value of their home is.
correct, but it's not just that. It's comparing against the current buyer pool that's
Okay,
available on
and what's-
RealScout.
yep.
And then you can, the way that this ties into a listing presentation is you can save this report as a PDF or part of whatever you're going with
Yeah,
door knocking to show, hey, buyer, I have this many buyers at this price point, and it's going down as I go up. So right here, it says there are 424 buyers, which may be a match for this month. So it's almost like reverse
I'm
prospecting kind
gonna
of.
do something here, so.
Right.
Because something I'm familiar with and, okay.
So this is the buyer demand report.
Even though it says enhanced listing presentation, is that,
You gotta,
I'm
don't,
just clarifying. why
it's
that's what it is, right?
there are lots of duplicates throughout the program. So if
Okay.
you have one way of doing it that you're familiar with, do it that way. It's okay if you don't do it another way, but
Okay, so I'm gonna try this.
all right.
Hey, Eric, could you use
Yeah,
that
Tracy.
report for like a FISBO and say, they came on the market at 1.5 and you do this report and you say, hey, in this price, there's so many at 1.6 or so many at 1.5, so many at 1.4. Is this a good report to send for FISBO and expires and cancel?
I think it's a report that you could include when you're door knocking, but I wouldn't give them this because again, you don't want to give them information that they could take with their their nephew that's a real estate agent and be like, okay, this is the price that you got to set the listing at. So I wouldn't. I would have it with you if you're door knocking, because if you tell somebody, well, no, my house is worth 1.8, and I go, well, buyer, according to this, there's half the amount of people that would buy at 1.8 versus 1.6. Yes.
But then some of them they could say, well, the market is bad, so I'm going to take my house off the market. And you can show them like, no, the market isn't bad because there's a ton of people looking in the 1.5.
Well, yeah, it does. And
You
then
have bad
if you
market.
look at the heat map, it shows you where the hot spots are. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and it's like, well, Olive Heights is kind of hot.
So
For
put
sure.
The
you
red
use
up
it-
obviously is
Kind of like, what is it? Market trends or whatever.
It's like a very
Sort of.
simplified version of it because
Yeah.
with market trends, I used to use that with the old broker I worked with, and we could make the market look great no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
where
'cause
this
you could do by zip code.
correct,
do
you
by-
could
Yeah,
really
yeah.
really manipulate. This is pretty much almost like a map of reverse prospect in a sense. It's like the market has this many buyers at this price point. Do you want to have a bigger pool of buyers or do you want to get more money? It's but again, these are tools just to spark conversation. And
But the buyer pool isn't specific to that city, right? Necessarily.
it is specific to that property. So it's a cross reference, like reverse prospecting. It's like my house is 123 Main Street. How many buyers are looking for a comp? And then the system will say, these 600 are looking for something in this zip code with those specs.
Okay, so it does give you real, kind of like real numbers rather
It-
than, and
it-
it can be,
it
and
does-
obviously the more expensive something is, the less buyers you're gonna have.
It depends. Because I've seen this vary, but it all depends. It's where it's a little
Where's
convoluted.
that where you have all those red spots? What?
Oh,
city?
this
I'm
is
sorry.
Toronto Heights. It's orange.
Ah,
Can you just
But
put an
you
address?
know what else I wanted to
Correct.
share with you guys when I took this class years ago was that the buyers that's on this is only the buyers who are registered, who are working with an agent. So there's actually more buyers in this. So these are the most qualified buyers because they're registered. And in the past, I don't know if you can still do it. You can actually do reverse
Yeah.
prospect and you can contact those agents and say, if you were to list with me, I can reach out to all those agents and say, here's a new listing that just came on.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I can't.
the
hear.
thing with all these tools
same here.
is if we focus on the inaccuracies and some of the things, then we're kind of missing the point
Yeah.
of the systems.
Yeah.
So again,
And I don't want
these
to
are
get that
tools
focused on
to
that.
generate, incubate leads, but it's all on us as the agents to be able to talk around it. So if like this, you're uncomfortable with it, then I would not use it. Any of these tools.
Well, I was gonna say, I have some clients that when they click on to look at the home, or they've looked at the home value, and I know what kind of house they're in.
Yeah.
I email them after I get the alert and say, look, this is a computer generated. If you want a real home value, call.
And I think that's very, very good advice. No, I think that's the best way to handle it.
On your email, you do that. I'm sorry.
Because, with the alerts and the AVM, you're going to get one or two reactions. It's either, wow, I didn't know my house was worth that much, or what the hell is this?
Yeah, right. That's
So
the we're not
again,
worried about,
the
right?
whole thing is to spark the conversation. So if it pisses them off, then yeah, you may run into you have to put some offense there. But most people are like, I think the only one person that got perturbed is he was mad because he blocked his picture on Google. So I didn't have the right picture of his house. I had a similar
Oh.
one. So he's like, well, you're inaccurate. And I looked up and who it was and I realized who it was. And then I'm like, I don't care because it's not someone I want to work with.
Yeah, right.
So, that makes sense, Tracy. I agree with you, but I would say,
That's the way it goes.
don't worry about the logistics. Just use it in the best fashion you can to grow your business.
I think that's awesome.
And it is, again, you're talking about this buyer pool. It's not the buyer pool of the whole world. It's the buyer pool that's on this one platform, and it's a tiny bit of buyers. But in the conversation with the potential seller,
Yeah.
they're not going to hang on to the details. As long as you're confident and you understand this material and can express it in a fashion that they feel confident with what you're telling them. So,
We've learned a lot.
Good, good. Well, I appreciate you guys putting up with
Yeah.
our technical issues at the beginning and bouncing around. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you got it. And this was actually recorded, so we'll make sure the recording goes out to everybody. And if you have questions as you're playing around with this stuff, you can always email me. It may take some time for me to respond to you, but I will. And it's Eric Duncan at firstteam.com. I'm in the global directory.
How did you get back to this heat map now that they moved stuff around?
I'm sorry? Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I mean,